Hello, hello. Hello, Alberto, we cannot hear you. Hello, good morning. Good morning to everyone who's attending.
Now can you hear me, right?
Yes, now it's perfect. Now I can hear you. For those of you who are are attending, if you can please double check if you can hear us. You can write on the chat if the sound is fine. Let's do a sound check before we start. We have a chat, so you can just write is the audio is fine, or do we need to increase the volume? All right, so got a few answers. How are you, Alberto?
Very well. We are ready to start and hear the new info about the structure and the new
Okay,
models for the
yeah,
bigger panels.
yeah. I can see the number of attendance is growing now, is increasing. I think everyone is leaving for the last moment.
How
For
how 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 many person are already signed in?
we have like around 30 that they signed in, and yeah, but not all of them are active. So far it looks good. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Errol. I work for Basic for Sun Ballast for 2 years almost, the sales manager for Sun Ballast, and I want to thank you, all of you, that you are attending this webinar. It's not the first one. Previously, we did one other webinar with Mr. Alberto, and majority of the attendance here knows our distributor in Romania, Mr. Alberto. And I want to thank you as well, Mr. Alberto, for joining me today for this webinar. It's really pleasure to have you, and
Thank you.
thank you to all of the attendants that took their time or from their busy schedule to listen to us. So I promise we will not be very boring. So we will we will talk all the secrets of Sun Ballast. We'll explain to them all the details. For those of you who still don't know Sun Ballast, actually, I'd like to start it with a question. This is a small poll that I want to ask, like some of you, which one from you knows already Sun Ballast, or some of you that you already don't know and you're new on this. So I'd like to share this poll, and you can answer yes or no. Let me know if you can see, and you can just click yes or no. Okay, it's growing, like 86%, 88% is yes, 13% no so far. Okay,
That's
here
already a
are,
good number.
yeah, here are the answers. 88% yes and 13% no. That's good. We have some attendants that they are new. That's really good. All right, today's webinar, as you see on your screen, discover the secret with correct realization of PV system with Sun Ballast products. I would like to start this webinar with a small introduction of who are we. As you see, who is Sun Ballast, how Sun Ballast was born, our mission, what do we offer, our solutions, fields of applications, and in the end, question that we're going to have during all the webinar that I'm explaining. Please feel free to write some question on the side. When you can find it on the side of your screen, you can write the question that you might have for Sun Ballast, for everything, for the structure, for the transport, for Mr. Alberto as well. So please feel free. So how Sun Ballast was born? Sun Ballast is been in market now for 10 years. We are a leading manufacturer company in Italy. We produce structures for PV system. Our structures are made of concrete structure with different types, different sizes, different shapes, different inclination that we offer. Sun Ballast was born with the intention of making a significant contribution to renewable energy, which linked with the nature and challenges that we might face daily. It's being created from two persons, two friends, two colleagues, which they are still like really close together. His name, our executive director, our CEO, Mr. Iannuzzi, Maurizio Iannuzzi, and his partner, Giuseppe Di Tella. One of them was professionalized in the electrical field, and the other one was on the construction field. So both of them, they came with the idea of creating something easy for everyone, for all the installers, for all the designers, the projectors, each one who had difficulties like on having a structure whenever they wanted to place PV modules. That was the move that these two came with, and as you see here on the screen now, there are two pictures that shows two different types of system with Sun Ballast. Uh, what is our mission? What is the Sun Ballast mission? We will see now together. It's pretty much simple. We, like I said, we've been in market for 10 years now, and we want to offer a solution to make the job easier for everyone. So to simplify all the installation of photovoltaic modules on the flat roof and reduce also the total incident cost supplying or laying of the structures. So due to that, we came up with a different type of solution, different type of system for all the problems that you might have, and this we will see together later, the difficulties that you might have. Another question I want to share with you is what do you do in your company? For all the attendants that are here today, I would like to know a bit more. Like what is your profession? What you do for your company? We have here installers, we have EPCs, designers, or others. So depends on that. That was the option that we put. Okay, we got 50% so far installers, 20% EPC, 20%, 30% designers. All right, it's growing, it's changing. We have 13% others as well that they do different. I would like to share this result with you as well. As you see now on the screen, we got 40% installers, 22% EPC, 22% designers, and 11% that they are other position in their company. So Sun Ballast, what do we offer? First of all, I would like to share with you the consultancy service that we offer. As you know, for those of you who've been working with Sun Ballast before, we do offer a free consultancy service. What do we mean by that? So whenever we will receive a project from each one of you, from all our clients, from those who are new, we have a team dedicated to doing all the technical reports for your project. What does that mean? That means that every project that will be shared from you, we will share it with our technician. Our team now is expanding, is more than 10 technicians that they do daily and without non-stop project from different part of Europe, different part of world, with all the difficulties that they might have. In those technical report, you will find a technical report which is like really expanded. What it will be included in there. So if we see here, you will receive after we finish your project, you will receive a technical drawing of the system. You will receive a bills of material, which means the offer with every accessories included, including the ballast, of course. You will have the sizing calculation. So in case you will have a different type of inclination of the ballast, or if you want to see like the weights on the load on the roof, and all this will be having. The technical report, of course, is going to be signed from our qualified technicians, and phone support that you've been having so far, and you still will have it from our agents, our commercial, our agents that they are in touch with you daily for this one. One more thing I want to add for the technical service that we offer. Our technical director, Mr. Andrea Calza, is the one who is in charge for all the technical reports that been sharing before we send the final offer to the client. So the way it operates, we will fill up your offer. We'll do the technician will do all the technical reports, and then Andrea will be the one who will be double checking and saying like, okay, you need to do some changes, you need to add or remove ballast, and according to the typology of the roof and other issues that they might have. So one more thing I want to say, which is the most important thing for us, is our solution. What Sun Ballast solutions are, how can we come in help to you? How can we how can you find us easier? So a lot of customers, a lot of clients have, whenever they send or share a project with us, they will always come with question that, okay, I have this small space, or I have a roof that is located in a bad arrangement, or I have a roof that cannot hold a lot of load. So all this question, all these concerns, we came up with our solutions. Before we go to our solution, I would like to share the last question. What are the most common problems that you face during the phase of installation? I don't know if you can see now on the screen. There's the load on the roof, bad orientation of the building, obstacles, a different type of obstacle that you might have, space optimization, that you have less space, or other difficulties that you might have. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Okay. Bad orientation of the building. Almost a bit of everything. So far as all of them, 25%, right, is increasing. Okay, we see so far the main problems that they face are the obstacles on the roof on 43%. We have bad orientation of the building. Here I would like to share this with you so you can see the results. 38 and 38 obstacles and bad orientation of the buildings, which Sun Ballast already has a solution for both of these. Also space optimization and the load on the roof. First solution that Sun Ballast offers. For obstacles on the roof, of course, we do have like a lot of roofs that they come with different types of obstacle. You have chimneys, you have vents, you have antennas, you have different type of structure, and it's sometimes really hard to realize the installation in there. So what Sun Ballast came up, it was our standard system. Standard system. Before I started, I would like to share with you. There was a video which our technical director did it for us using InSun. One second, this will be the video. Let me know if you guys see it. Okay, Alberto, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So what we see in here, this is a software actually that every one of you can use it. It's called InSun. For those of you who don't know, is a software where you can design your system using Sun Ballast structures. So the first simulation that our technical director is doing, we already like wrote the coordinates on the roof, and we took a roof with a few obstacles. As you see here on the screen, Andrea is trying to add some obstacles, and he will add our standard system. So here on the side, he already created a simple system with our standard system, standard ballast. As you see here, we have a 10 degrees ballast, which is being used for this simulation. You will see now that how flexible this system is. So the system itself, it consists of single ballast, standard ballast, that you can place whenever you have the space on the roof. Of course, with this system, you are also allowed to add or remove ballast like whenever you want to fill them. Of course, always keeping the distance from avoiding the issues and the problem, not having shades between of it. As you see, he switched from horizontal pose into vertical pose on the model. For standard models, we can use this ballast even for vertical pose. even for horizontal pose. And there is something that we'll explain a bit later, because not all models can be placed on vertical pose with all our structures. So if we are talking about a standard models, yes, of course. But nowadays we know that we have models 2x1. They are becoming bigger and bigger, and some of them cannot support all the ballast. But for that, we have a solution as well, which I'm going to discuss it a bit later. Here, Andrea is showing the shape of the ballast. As you see, the ballast is already like manufactured from our side, and there is no need for you on drilling on it. It's already come inserted with M8 bushing inside, on the top, on the front, on the back of the ballast, in case you want to use any accessories to make the system more strong. So recapping one more time, advantages of standard system: very high wind resistance because of its weight. Of course, it comes with different type of inclination from 0 to 35 degrees. So you can choose any type of ballast that you want. 0, we have 3, we have 5, we have 8, 10, 15, 20, 30 degrees, up to 35 degrees in case you'd like to use a high inclination. It's very quick to install. So whatever you need to do, like whenever you receive our ballast, is just placing a sheath that goes under each ballast, and you place the ballast, you place the module and the clamping kit, and voila, you have the system already done. And it's pretty much, these are the steps. Of course, according to our calculation, according to the area where is your project, we will add or we will remove different type of accessories. Low load on the coverage. Every ballast, like I said, is different inclination and comes with different weight, right? So we have ballasts that they are 16 kilos, we up to ballasts that they are 70 kilograms each piece of it. Flexibility is one of the most priorities of standard system as well. You can move the ballast according to the roof that you have. Is the ability to circumvent any obstacle on the coverage that you have, and also the wide range of inclination that we mentioned. Uh, Here is for going to another solution that Sun Ballast has. Uh, as when we did the question before, was the space optimization, right? So some of you, for those auto-consume project that you want to do a residential project on your roof, a small one with 5 modules, 6 modules, up to 10 modules, or depends, we have as well a system, because you might have a really small area of the roof and you want to put as much power as possible. So we came up with the idea and we created our sales system. As you see in this picture, this is one of the system with sail. I'll explain to you, because we have another system with sail. So in this video, Andrea is simulating another project. Uh, it's good. The good thing about InSun software is like that you can work online through it, so through the coordinates, through the Google Earth, and you can choose the roof that you want to do. Here we see a roof that Andrea simulated. Very not enough space. So as you see, there are 6 ballasts next to each other. What does that mean? This is our sales system with 5 degrees only. So you can use this type of system with ballast 5-degree inclinated, and you can connect all of those together without leaving the space between the module. As you see, probably in the design or in the video, you see that there is a small space, but that doesn't mean that you cannot connect the modules together. Depends on the type of the ballast, the type of the module you have. Also, it can be flexible because you can add or remove ballast. Here he created, as you see, a chimney that is on the middle. So he removed the ballast that was occupying that area, and you can still use our sales system. This system also, it doesn't have to be that comes together. You can order this system also by single rows as standard ballast. You can use from the first ballast, that is the first one here, up to the last one, which you can use it as standard system. So after this simulation, we will see that Andrea created another one using a single ballast from the 5-degree system. So here waiting to load. There is another roof which Andrea simulated. Here we're going to see that we are using one type of the ballast from sales system, which is the last one. It's the 5.6 degree ballast, the last one, and is the highest one. The dimension of it are really high. And why is this necessary? This is necessary uh, for those projects that they have high surrounding walls. As you see here, there is high parapets, there is a tree that Andrea simulated in order to create shades, and he used only the 5 degree ballast. You see, he placed the modules respecting, of course, the distance between each other, and he's now simulating the sun whenever the shade goes, place an obstacle in the middle, and of course the high surrounding walls that there are to prevent. That's why this ballast is used to prevent the shading, so can be used as well. As you see here, Andrea is trying to show that you can connect two modules each other here. You can also add or remove as well. With this system, you can add and remove modules according to the specific layout that you have on the roof. This is all for those of you who have an issue with a high parapets wall. We can always like suggest, our team, our commercials always will suggest you that, okay, you can use this type of ballast, or you can go even a lower one, or you can go even a higher one. Also, we have even a 0 degree ballast, which is high, with same as 5.6, probably even a bit higher than this one, for those of you who want to have a higher ballast than 5.6. So here he is trying to zoom it and showing the shape of the ballast. Before we go to the other system, I would like to recap one more time the advantages of sales system. Of course, space optimization is something that is very important, that with the sales system is already provided by that. I forgot to mention you guys that the sales system does not come only with 5 degrees, but you can have it with 11 degrees as well. So with 11 degrees, the only difference will be that you will have three ballast next to each other. You will not have 6 as with 5, but you'll have you have 3 ballast with 11 degrees. Of course, you can use those as well as standard system in case you like to have a higher inclination. Of course, you're going to have maximum power in minimum space, that it's going to try to fit as much more modules, and you're going to create more power. Very, very quick to install. I would like to say that all our systems are very, very easy to install, and all they have the same idea. Just whenever it's going to need to add accessories, we will be there to assist you on the way to it. But pretty much is simple. And those of you who has done, okay, we have a question here. I apologize. Please give access to Nicola. I don't know if Alex Nicola is on can hear us, because this webinar is free. It's not that I need to give access unless it needs to register. Okay, so moving on. Of course, with the sales system, you're gonna have high wind resistance. Pretty much like I mentioned with standard system, even with sail, the ballast itself are heavy, and you will not have issue for the areas which are affected due to high winds or due to heavy snow loads. Of course, in Romania, we know that there are areas that it can snow a lot, and for some of you, I know already that you have a question. You would say that okay, is the big models will affect on snow loads? Will they be bended by the time? Or for all this question, don't worry, I'll all come back to you and answer for this. Of course, the kilowatt cost drastically reduced, so that means that you'll put more power in less space, and you'll have more kilowatts. And flexibility, as we saw in the second simulation, where Andrea was removing one part whenever you had some chimneys on the roof. The other system I would like to discuss with you for all of you that attend is our ballast 10 degree L. I mentioned that nowadays models are becoming bigger and bigger, and because of that, for for all the installers, for all the designer, I guess was a headache. So everyone was like saying, okay, I want to have like a model like 500 watts and above, but I'm worried if this system can support it. So you can do that with Sun Ballast as well. Let's say that with the suggestion of our technical office, you can use the big models with all our ballast on horizontal posts. But for those of you that want to place on a vertical post, we came up with one ballast, which is 10 degrees and is our 10L ballast. In this video, you will see a simulation again with the ballast that we came up for the large models. Here we see that Andrea simulated only 2 rows with model using a large model. We see that the shape of the ballast is similar like all our standard ballast. It's completely the same. The only difference between this is because it's the distance from top to bottom is bigger, right? So like this will support these big models in vertical pose. We see, Andrea will zoom it, and we'll see again the shape of the ballast. It's similar as standard. Of course, nowadays we are in contact with all the manufacturers of models. So our technical director Andrea is in contact daily with them in case some new models come up, and we always like double check if the models can be used for this type of ballast. I want to mention as well that nowadays we are certified from LG, one of the biggest manufacturer of models in the world, which is certified for some ballast structures only. And you can find that in our website as well. You can find it as a news, whenever you have time, you can go and read it. So here, of course, always respecting the connection point, because some of you, they say, okay, can we connect the models from the long side, or can we connect the model from the short side? Or from the short side, of course, we can connect it on horizontal post, not only with 10 degrees, but also with a different type of inclination. Always we need to double check it before we will send it over to you. Here we see the shape of 10L ballast, which is similar as standard, just the distance from top to bottom, it's longer than usual. Of course, always disrespecting the points of connection and respecting the distance from the other row that you have in front. All these questions, all these problems that you might have, you can always like ask our team, and they will be happy to assist you, to give you a suggestion. Of course, you can contact Alberto as well for any question in case we'll find difficulties on Italian or difficulties in English. You can write it in Romanian. You can contact Alberto. Alberto knows the system better than me now, because we've been cooperating together like for a long time, and he will be happy to come up to you with a solution for all the problems that you have. So this is the solution that we proved for 10L ballast. I would like to mention one more thing regarding the tests. So all our ballasts, you can find them, or you can find them on our website. You can ask me, you can ask Alberto. Alberto can share with you all the tests that they are done during the phase of the ballast. So what does that mean? We've done tests for the wind. We've done the test on the laboratory for checking the material of the ballast and checking like how resistant. As you know, for those of you who doesn't know, some ballast come up with 25 years warranty, which we will share with you that warranty in case you are asking, and that will be provided from our team. Moving back to 10 degree ballast, what are the advantages that I mentioned before, and I would like to recap it again, which will allow the vertical installation of 2-meter modules, complies with the support of fastening points indicated by the module producer. As I mentioned, we always will will support all the fastening point, the fixing point. It will increase the resistance of the module of the snow load and protect it in warranty. This was the question that I mentioned before, that some of you will say like, can it be I'm worried about the snow, right? Because during winter some areas they have really heavy snow, so they're worried that the snow will stay on the model, and during the time the model will be bended. So no, of course we'll always like do those calculation. We do the wind calculation with our technical team, but with snow load, of course, even with the help of your engineer that you have during the phase of installation, we can see. But we'll always come up with a solution, so like this you will not be worried for the bending of the model. Of course, it will guarantee the wind resistance and the load of distribution of the roof. Always will give you those calculation. One more solution that we have for when I did the second question was the bad arrangement, bad orientation of the building. So you have, of course, we all have buildings, roofs where you want to install, but your south side, let's say south area, is covered by a higher building, by a tree, by that. For that one, we came up with east-west system. Of course, by the name east-west, you all been using with traditional structure, probably with different type of structure. With some ballast, you can realize it as well. In this simulation, we'll see Andrea created another east-west system here. We'll wait. Now he will zoom and he will show like how easy it is to create east-west system with some ballast. Of course, I would like to mention that with east-west system, you can use all our standard ballast. What does that mean? You can use from 0, you can use up to 30. Depends on the inclination that you want to do the east-west system, you can use with it. The way you create an east-west system with some ballast is just placing two standard ballasts back to back to each other. Now Andrea is gonna zoom and is gonna show us how easy is it to create this system. Of course, he is pointing now that there is no space whenever with this east-west system. Here, uh, you can see there are two ballasts back to back to each other. And one more thing, the good thing about it is like it's flexible. It's like standard system. You can always like grab them. He will simulate. He will grab like two models and place them in the other side, or connect it with the first row. Here we see that you can connect it, or you can remove it if you don't need it. But what does that mean? It will give you like a lot of flexibility on the roof. It will allow you. It will create a path for in case you wanna move and you wanna go and change, you wanna go and clean the modules. With east-west system is possible as well. What is good thing about east-west system is very high wind resistant and requires less accessories, more or less than every system that we have. Due to the shape that it is, it will not allow the wind to move the structure, to create difficulties. So you will not need to have extra accessories. You will not need to have additional weight. Here you see that both sides, the front side of the ballast, they are back to back, which this one will increase the wind resistance of the system itself. And the space that is between module to module, probably sometimes it can be like 2 centimeters. Sometimes we'll suggest with different type of model or different type of ballast, we can suggest junction plates only, which is not a extra weight. It's just aluminum part that you can connect both these two ballasts together. Of course, they are already drilled in here, so you can just put the clamping side, and you can move it according to the obstacles you have. Recapping one more time, east-west system advantages. uh, Space optimization, of course. uh, as I said, you can move it everywhere. You can circumvent it to all obstacles on the cover. You can remove or add. High wind resistant, one of the most resistant system that it is, and super quick to install, very quick. Ability to circumvent the obstacles in the coverage, as we saw in the simulation. Of course, the kilowatt cost drastically reduced even for this system. Uh, what I would like to share with you is one of the systems that probably majority of you have used it. For those of you who know Sun Ballast, probably you had a request to Alberto. You sent me probably a request with this, and I suggested to you personally this type of system. It's called Connect system, a latest launch of Sun Ballast. Of course, it's been now for more than a year, 2 years that it's been used. Like when I say more than 2 years, it means that the last 2 years this system has proven that is the most common and most used for our installers in all the Europe. What is the benefits of this system? How this system is made? You can see it here on the picture, that as you see that everything is connected. From the name itself, connect, like the system is already linked together. So we have another simulation that Andrea did with Insun. Of course, if you have question about Insun as well, you can contact me, or you can go straight away to the Insun page and register for free and start using your own simulation according to the coordinates that you're going to add on the system. We have also in our web page a webinar dedicated only to Insun. Here we're going to see another roof. I don't know exact location. It's just a simulated roof which Andrea did to show to everyone the Connect system. Here we're going to see that there are two parts of the roof where now he goes on 3D mode, and now you can see the structure with Connect system. Let me talk about Connect system. As you see from the picture, all the system is linked together. All right, what does that mean? So to have a Connect system, you need to have a 3 type of ballast. The first one will be the frontal one, which is here on the corner as I'm pointing with mouse. The middle ones will be central ballast, which will allow you to add as many modules together. So the front part of the ballast will be connected with the other part of the ballast. So the module will not be interrupted. Of course, there are different systems, different inclination with Connect that we might use. And of course, in the end, when you are going to close, there is another ballast that is the terminal one. So here he's going to the using a layout with 5 connect, as you see, but we can use 5 connect mixed with sales system. What does that mean? It will allow you to connect 2 modules with connect system as well. Here in this simulation we see we have 5 degrees. Of course, even here he changed it into a vertical pose on 5 degrees only, can be possible. Here, of course, he went again to 15 and 10 degree connect system. This system, I would like to mention that comes with different wide range of inclination as well. It comes with 5 degrees, it comes with 10 degrees, 15 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees. You can have the connect system. The good thing about connect system that it's already linked together. Of course, it will be like east-west system. It will be really high wind resistant, and it will require less accessories in order to make the system more resistant. So it itself is resistant. So there is no need of adding other accessories. But you can always add additional accessories that we might face for you. We might provide to you. Here we see he used the simulation with 5 degrees. There are two modules connected to each other. Of course, here is going to be the need to add an additional ballast. Is the one here in the middle that will allow to connect the two modules together. Of course, the idea will be the same. You're going to have a frontal ballast, and the last one you're going to be the terminal one, and always adding only central ballast on top of it. One thing I want to mention, the load on the roof with Connect system goes maximum 15 to 20 kilos and will not surpass it. Probably will be less than that. So if your client is worried about the load on the roof that he want to add, you can always suggest him a Connect system. It is good because for the roofs that they don't have obstacles, they are free roofs, without any obstacles on it. You can suggest always Connect system, and you can place as much as module as possible. Every ballast, every inclination with Connect has certain difference from module to module. So you don't need to worry about the shading. You don't need to worry about, okay, will this system create shades on the module on the back? No. All of these are tested and are certified, as we say, Connect already is patented from us. We got the certification that it will keep always the distance from model to model, as we see in here. And they come with different system from 30 centimeters, which is a bit low. We come with 10 degrees, and up to 60 centimeters, even more, from model to model. That one according to the distance that you want to keep on the model. But I would highly suggest this type of system for those of you who want to add as many models as possible, want to have less load on the roof. You will not be worried at all. There is another additional accessory that we can use for this system in case it will require a okay, apologize, we'll go one more time to the connect. In here it will require you you have an area that is highly affected by wind, right? So you'll say, how can you assure me that this system will not fly from the wind? Of course, I mentioned that it does not require accessories, but it doesn't require in the areas where we see that there is not affected. But in some areas next to the sea, let's say, or some areas in the that they are really high, with high buildings and all this, we have a additional weight which you can use for connect system. There are some U-shaped concrete blocks where you can place it, you can insert it on the central ballast in here, in all of them, and that will also increase the resistance of the system itself. So this is all for the connect system that I mentioned to you, and I would like to recap one more time the advantages that this system has. High wind resistant, really quick to install. As I mentioned to you, it consists 3 ballast, a frontal, a central, and a terminal one. Low loads on coverage, 15 to 20 kgs. It will not surpass, probably it will be even less. Kilowatt cost drastically reduced. And low incidence of transport cost. What does that mean? Because this system, the ballasts are lighter, they are not heavy as the standard system, and that means with the less weight you have on the roof, less transport cost will be to be delivered to you. So of course you can find this system with Alberto as well. He has the connect system in there, and he can provide it to you easy. Why you have to order from us when you can order directly in Romania with Mr. Alberto, and he will assist you. Of course, comes with a wide range of inclination, as I mentioned, 5 to 30 degrees. Alberto, I would like to probably we can before I go to the fields of application, I would like to see if we have any questions from the
Gerald,
attendants.
unfortunately, I can't see the messages from the participants.
Don't worry, I can see it. I can see it. I
Okay.
can go to it. Yeah. All right. One of the attendants is asking about uh, the loads for the calculation for standard system. Of course, all the technical reports that we will provide you, we will give you the load on the roof per kg per square meter. So you don't need to worry about it. Even with standard system, even with east-west system, sales system, and connect system, in our technical report will be provided the load on the roof which you're going to have, and that one you're going to have to discuss it with your engineer, and if it will allow or will not allow this system to be installed inside. I would like to move again to the fields of application. You know, you saw all these systems so far, but you did not saw where we can apply, where we can place the ballast, right? So some of you may don't know. They say, okay, is this ballast like only for bituminous sheath, or is this ballast only for pavement, or can I use this ballast on the ground? These are different type of questions that we receive from other different installers and all that. I would like to start here. We see that the fields of application for some ballast can be used on concrete and pavement. You can use it on gravel. You can use it on sheath, different type of sheath, TPO, EDPM. You can use it on green roof. The part Austria, Germany, they have different a lot of green roofs, and they use this type of different type of ballast. You can use it on the ground, and you can use it on slightly inclined roof. Before I will explain, I would like to go with the last one, the slightly inclined roof. which is one question that we have a lot. Can we use your structure on a roof that has a slope? Yes, we can use it. We can use it with some limitation, right? From 0 degrees to 5 degrees, you can use our ballast without any problem. We would not suggest you to go on a high inclination, to go on 35 degrees, but we will, according to the technical office, they will see, according to the roof, the slope of the roof, they will see that which inclination will be suitable for your roof. I said 0 from 5 you can use the ballast, but we can go up to 10-degree slope roofs. We can go with 10-degree slope roofs. Of course, we're going to have to use some help with it. There is a polyurethane foam which allows the ballast to, you can glue the ballast on your roof. After you place the sheath under the ballast, here in this picture, we see that we have a slopey roof, and we suggested to them, to our client, to use a 0-degree ballast, and under the ballast always goes a sheath. So we always provide you two sheaths, one from the front, one from the back, and in the middle you can always like insert the foam, the polyurethane foam, which you can purchase it from us, or you can buy it by yourself. You can find it everywhere, and it's used for all these slopey roofs that you might have, and we can go up to 10 degrees, right? But we always gonna need to double check it, so we need to know exact the slope of the roof, the material of the roof that is in there, because you might have like a really a different type of sheath that will not implement the ballast on it. So for those of you who have slopey roofs with 10-degree slope, please feel free to share those installation with Alberto and or with me, and we can assist you with it. Concrete and pavement, easy. You can place any type of inclination. Of course, we will always like add the sheaths under the ballast, and you can use the any type of. Here we see two pictures, two installation. One was with 0 degrees and one was with 8 degrees, I guess. This will be as an installation with standard system that the client chose to make on a concrete, as you see here, the pavement concrete roof. Gravel, definitely you can use on the gravel any type of ballast. Easy thing, because you don't need to place a sheath under. You can just implement the ballast directly with the structure, with the gravel. However, there are some typology of gravel that the stones are too big, right? What does that mean? So if you're going to place a stone on top of it and the gravel itself is really, really big, sometimes it can create movement of the ballast. So we would suggest you to go inside those and place the ballast, implement the ballast directly on the surface. But without issue, you can place the ballast on gravel roof. Here we see an east-west system, which our client used on a gravel roof. Another field of application is the sheaths. As I mentioned, majority of the roof, industrial roof, private houses, any type, they are covered with different type of sheaths. As I mentioned, TPOs, EPDM, different type of membranes, bituminous sheath that you have. You can use our ballast without any issue. Of course, you're going to place the sheath under. For those of you, as you see here, I mentioned two type of sheath, two sheath that place. This was a picture from one of our old sheaths. As you see, it was a long one. Now we have the new sheath that is implement two, one in the front and one in the back. For the slopey roofs, you can implement the foam in the middle in here. So this is a standard system. For those of you who ask question regarding what is the back, the bars on here, and this weight in here, Alberto has this already on stock. It's an accessory that we used to have it. Now we change it with a new accessory called Cable Wind, which you can find it on our webpage. Probably we're going to do another webinar explaining all our accessories that you can use with our structure. But this one, you can find it with Alberto. We at Sun Ballast here in Italy, we do not have it anymore, but Alberto still has it, and we still can provide you a system with bars and extra additional weight. According to the preference of the client, we can provide both of you. Green roofs, as you see here, like I mentioned, countries, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, they have a lot of green roofs. They prefer to use different type of ballast without placing sheath under. As you see in this installation, is a high ballast on standard system that the client chose, or here he used a connect system. All right, the frontal ballast, central ballast, and the last one, the terminal ballast. which he used it. You can use high ballast, like in this picture, in order to avoid the grass. In case that you're going to have grass growth, you can use high ballast to avoid that. On the ground, of course, you can use all our system on the ground as well. Some of the customers will be really concerned, will say like, okay, I want to use it on the ground, but I'm worried if this system will be resistant, or it will not move. How can you assure me that the system will not move due to earth movement, or due to raining, the ballast will go inside? So yes, we do installation on the ground as well. Lately, as I want to say that lately, in the beginning of 2022, now we are almost in the end of Feb. We had several projects on the ground, and clients, they are going more and more with some ballast structure than traditional structure, because they want to remove that the headache of drilling the ground, going again, going all the typologies of the ground that are inside. Some of them, they are not allowed to drill because of the typology inside. There's a lot of stones. Some ballast can be used as well for small and large projects as well, but always with our suggestion. What I want to say with this, that you need to prepare the ground before you do an installation with our structure. You need to make sure that the ground, the area where you are implementing the installation, is completely flat. We don't want to have a ground that is with different type of shape, wavy ground and all this. This one will affect on the system. So before we go further with the system on the ground, we'll tell you to make sure that the ground is completely flat. You can use coverage on the ground as well. You can use different type of fabrics, where you can find it everywhere, to cover the grass growth, or to cover that the ballast will not go inside. Or you can use high ballast to avoid the long grass that might be in different areas. Or like I said, you can implement gravel on it. You can implement different type of sands, different type of material, to make the system to make the ground completely flat. And like this, you can implement as many as modules as you can. And I'll tell you that this one will go even cheaper than using a traditional system. You can always request a quote from Alberto, and he will tell you like what would be the cost using this one. What I say this is like, I'm talking about the solar field installation. You can use a high inclination, because usually the solar field installation, they require like 30, 35, they go even higher, or probably less. You can take our standard structure, you can take our connect structure or east-west structure, and use installation on the ground. So more or less, these are the fields that we do with Sun Ballast. And now, if you like to write any question regarding any question regarding the system, regarding that, please feel free. Okay. Okay, we have one more question we see in here. What one client asking regarding production time. Okay, our ballast depends on the quantity, right? I don't want to say like we usually will have the ballast within 2 weeks in your location if you order from Italy. But if you order from Alberto, as soon as he will receive the technical report from our side, and we will share it with you, you will have the ballast faster than us. So of course, definitely faster than in here. Another question that can be, can I use Connect system on the ground? Yes, I mentioned before that you can use Connect system. It is suitable even for the ground installation, of course, keeping always what I mentioned before, avoiding the grass, avoiding the rains and all. You can always use it, and you will find it even cheaper. One more question comes from another client. He's saying, is Sun Ballast certified for ISO? Yes, you can find all our certifications in our webpage. Alberto can share it with you, or I can share it, or you can find it on our webpage. If you go on Sun Ballast page, there is a page dedicated to all our certification. You can find all our data sheets of the modules. You can find the warranties. you can find video instructions as well for each system that I showed you. You can find it even in our webpage. You can find webinars, which for some of you that did not attend it, probably they would like to share it with a friend, to share it with their own colleague. You will find even this webinar that we are hosting now, you will always like find it in our webpage. The contact details as well, they are all mentioned in there. Even in the end, you will find it from this webinar. You will have it with mine and Alberto's. Alberto, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I
I
want to
would
say,
like to add also something, Herald. I will speak also in
please,
Romanian because I think it's
please,
easier for the
yes,
participant. So,
please.
pentru proiectele mici, în general, noi avem marfă pe stoc. Proiecte mici, ne referim până în 15-20 de kW. Da? În general, când este nevoie de o proiectare mai mare, da? Când vorbim de proiecte mai mari de 100 de kW și mai mari, da? Atunci este normal că nu avem marfa în stoc în depozitul din București și ea va trebui comandată. În general, din experiențele avute până acum, durează între 4 și 6 săptămâni ca marfa să ajungă în depozitul nostru. Dar sunt și situații când putem să acoperim mai devreme, cum sunt și situații când nu putem acoperi în timpul de cele 4-6 săptămâni menționat mai devreme. Dar pentru micile instalări, deci începând cu 3 până în 12-15 kW, se găsesc pe stoc în depozitul nostru din București. Okay, I make also a little mention about this thing because we already have some material here, so
Yes, and as I know, you just received it now, right? So we just sent it
yes.
like a couple of weeks ago. You received all the material, so it's good.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that I cannot speak in Romanian. I'll try for next webinar. Probably you can teach me a few.
Next time.
Yeah. I'll definitely. I know a few words already, so I'm going through there. Please, thank you very much one more time for attending and taking the time, dedicating your time due to this weekday. I know you have work to do. Please feel free to contact us again. Here, I'm going to show you our contact details. Majority of you knows Alberto, but for those of you who doesn't know me, here are our names, email address, and contact number. You can contact direct Mr. Alberto. You can contact me. It's the same thing. Any installation, any project you have, any question regarding price-wise or comparison you want to do, please feel free. I guess that's all, Alberto. I don't know if anyone else want to. So far, I don't have any question more, but probably you'll have after the webinar finish. One more thing, you can find it after this webinar will finish. Will be registered, and we will share the link with you. We can share. Our colleagues can contact you, or the colleagues from Alberto's office can contact you to see how did you find it. Give us a feedback, good, bad. We mind it all. We don't mind it, like say us your opinions.
Every feedback is appreciated. Every
feedback, correct.
Yes.
I would like to thank you. I'd like to thank you very much one more time, and please keep in touch because we're gonna have sooner new webinar with different topics, with more with Green Sun, like talking about all the structures. I know now the market is booming everywhere, so please feel free. And thank you one more time. I wish you a lovely day ahead, and see you soon. Thank you.
I would like also to thank you to our participants, and we are waiting for the new request.
Yeah, definitely. We're free. Thank you, Alberto. Okay. Thank you very much for taking time. Thank you
for the very nice webinar, and also for all the info or the new info that today you share with us. And we are waiting for the new products, because I know also from inside that you are making some new products for the market. So we are waiting also for the new products.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.
Bye.